Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is December 26th. It's 10:23 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. Yesterday was Christmas. It's the day after. Hope you're hitting the sales or whatever moves you. The Bitcoin market, the crypto market is wonderful. Bitcoin's pumping. That has been crushing some of the alts for sure. Look at the dominance here, 69%. Well, the alt market is beginning to recover from that. Let's take a look at stuff. Okay, so Bitcoin coming in at 25,628. That is amazing. Up almost 7% last 24 hours. Like I said, the dominance is 69%, so it has definitely, this recent pump has been crushing a lot of alts, but some have been going with it. Interesting times. Ethereum coming in at 642, up about 4.5%. XRP was definitely taking a hit earlier. Now it's up almost 2%, coming in at 30 cents. LTC, remember when it was like, God, what, $35 or something? It's $131 right now. THETA is rocking up, looks like 22% almost. We'll take a look at that. Now, Bitcoin's rocking, but is it alt season? Well, let's take a look at that. I'm going to do two measurements on that, okay? So, as always, go to Bitcoin Daily View. There's links to a lot of the stuff that I talk about and cool stuff in general. Check it out. Join the Bitcoin Daily View Telegram chat. We have a lot of fun there. I'll see you there. All right, so Bitcoin trading volume, 3.8, basically 3.9 billion. That's amazing. And check it out, Binance, finally. It's over 2 billion in volume last 24 hours. That is rocking. Coinbase over 500 million. And I don't think I've seen numbers like this out of Bitfinex, Kraken, or Bitstamp anytime recently. So on some of these exchanges, 200 million plus is becoming a daily average. Coinbase starting to get over half a billion, 520 million. This is wonderful. Binance 2 billion. So where that luscious Bitcoin trading volume is on Binance, what is the sentiment? 71% long, 28% short. So the sentiment is definitely long. Today, even with Bitcoin pumping, people have confidence in that continuing. How many gold coins to buy a Bitcoin today? 13.77. All right, Bitcoin today obviously busting all-time highs. Again, we are over 25,000. We're coming in at 25,852 right now, looking at Bitcoin versus USD on Coinbase. And basically, let's face it, we were going to challenge 25,900 today. Probably we are rocking. Look at this 45-minute chart for immediate price action. Directional index is in the green. ADX is in the right spot. RSI is a little bit high. KRI is definitely in the green. We can keep going. We shall see what happens. This is a very, very strong price action that we got going on the short time frame. Looking at the 4-hour, beautiful. We are well above the 2 moving average. The super copy EMAs are all green. We are got a powerful directional index. ADX is setting up to be in the perfect spot. RSI it's got room to go sideways. KRI is looking good. We are just absolutely phenomenally rocking today. Now with this, when we are exploring a new all-time high, I'm not taking anybody's I just stopped listening to people at this point. I know I'm making YouTubes and I'm talking, right? But basically, I just kind of shut off and I enjoy it. Nobody knows how far it's going to pump. It could hit 30K plus in the next 2 hours. So let it be. Be glad you were dollar cost averaging if you have been. Be glad if you've been holding a position for a while. It's hard to have bought unless you bought like a second ago maybe. And even then, you're probably still in the green. So enjoy life. Enjoy this beautiful world. It's cranking, let it crank, and we'll see where it finds sideways action. We're blue sky right now, so people should not try so hard in figuring out where it's going to go next, etc., etc. I know I'm a trader, I make money trading, but sometimes just enjoy the damn pump, people. With that said, Ethereum versus USD, we're above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, actually on the 4-hour chart here, above the 200 moving average. We made a little visit below, but now we're above it. Powerful green candle on the 4-hour chart. The directional index is strong. ADX is way lower than it should be. RSI's got room to move sideways, and the KRI is looking very, very beautiful. Let's look at a shorter time frame. The 45-minute chart, directional index is good. ADX is too low. RSI and KRI are in a good spot. We're above the white moving average here. It is a 200 moving average. We've had some important moving average crosses recently. Powerful green candles. So on the 45-minute chart, we're looking good. On the 4-hour chart, we're looking good. Not as strong as Bitcoin, but definitely Ethereum versus USD has got room to move. What I'm liking right now that I'm seeing People talk about, is it alt season? I gotta tell you, I look at Ethereum BTC. Right now, for a lot of alts, yeah, you can look right here. It's alt season. But with that said, let's look at Ethereum BTC. Ethereum is that kind of coin. It's that asset that is not necessarily, it's not Bitcoin. It's really an altcoin. I'm going to call Ethereum its own class, okay? It's a demigod alt or something like that. So on the 45-minute chart, we're still trending below the 200 moving average. Directional index is in the red, but turning positive. RSI is rising, KRI is in the red. So on the 45-minute chart, Ethereum versus BTC is kind of weak, all right? On the 4-hour chart, it's still weak. It took a strong break below the 20 moving average. You can see that here, we're trending down. But look at this today. Even though it's had a few in the past, it has a kind of a nice, powerful green candle. I tell you, for me, really, hey, if you're trading alts, you find ones that are setting up and you play them, right? But to me, I think where we're going to see the mega alt run, and I do think Ethereum may percent-wise outperform Bitcoin this year. Very, very possible, or short, at least immediately going into the first quarter. I think as we move into 2021, Ethereum definitely percent-wise, I think could be a stronger play than Bitcoin. Maybe we shall see. At least sometimes, anyway. So some weeks it might outperform it, is what I'm saying. Some months it might outperform it. Maybe going into 2021 it outperforms it. We'll see what happens. But basically, 4-hour chart, it's dismal. But today we have a nice looking green candle. Could this be a turnaround? I'm really wanting to see, Ethereum. This is just me. I mean, everyone has their own ways of measuring things, but I really want to see Ethereum start to move up powerfully, and especially when it gets below the above the 200 moving average. Ethereum versus BTC, when it's hitting around like basically 0.03 sats. I think that's when we're going to see really an alt season explosion. I think we're also going to see a lot of alt season confidence when Ethereum starts to really move up strongly against Bitcoin. Also on the 45-minute chart, as you can see, it's been pretty darn dismal. But if we look there, how far do we need to go to actually get above the 200 moving average on Ethereum versus BTC? That's about 5 or 6%, and above the 314 moving average, about 10%. So really just a 10% move on the 45-minute chart. And I think once you get that, then you're going to see that rocket ship to Pluto where the 4-hour chart turns positive, and we are in alt season. Now, XRP USD. This is a daily chart. Now, we had our mega dump, which was not very pleasant for many XRP people, but we hit the 200 moving average, and even though we did get the bodies of these candles below it, we have basically made a bounce off just below the 200 moving average. I'm going to call it a 200 moving average bounce on the daily chart. And so far, even though we got some serious Darth Maul wick action going, we're staying above it. If we can keep above that moving average, the 200 moving average on the daily, and start to move up again, that is going to be pretty darn rocking. And then if we look at this with a more immediate price action here, it's not looking so great. It broke below the 200 moving average. It's below. It's been trying to rally, but directional index is starting to turn green. RSI, KRI are in the right places. ADX isn't too bad. We could be seeing a move up from here, and all we got to do, really, I would say, to get back in the action would be about, well, actually, no, that's about like 30%. So it's got quite a ways to go to actually be, really positive again. But I don't know. I don't think it's over for XRP USD. I know a lot of people are really feeling kind of down about it, but just watch it. I would just kind of like set and forget. I would go to the 45-minute chart. And by the way, not financial advice or life coach advice. This is only entertainment purposes only. But if you put an indicator here, an alert in TradingView for when the price crosses the 200 moving average on a 45-minute chart, I think that when that moment happens, you're going to see XRP be back in the running. I just don't think that the money that is invested in XRP by the banks and such with Ripple and XRP, it ain't going anywhere. This nonsense is going to settle out of court. Just, I'm sorry for people who got, wrecked on this one. But set a stop loss next time and be well. You're gonna be fine. I think so, personally. All right, so THETA USD. Here's an alt. So when we talk about alt season, okay, so Ethereum, I think when that crosses positive on the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, especially the 44-hour chart, and even when we get a strong uptrend moving towards it, I think that to me is going to be the official alt season. That's when I think we're going to see life-changing wealth start happening. But with that said, look at some alts that are already having alt season. So THETA USD, look at this. This is wonderful. And here's the power of the 200 moving average. So 45-minute chart, 200 moving average. We crossed it powerfully back on December 13th. And look at this, a rocket ship to Pluto ever since. I wish you could remember that one little cool indicator is the little bendy thing which can show you your how you've done. But I'll just use this one here. I forget that indicator. But basically, yeah. I mean, we're up, you know, what, 122%. That is insane. All right, so that's pretty darn powerful. And if I look at you know, price range, and I started here and I go to there, will this show me? Sorry. Anyway, we're up a lot. But also look at THETA versus BTC. And this is what we want to see. This is when alt season really kicks off. Is when you get these powerful crosses above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart against Bitcoin, and an alt is doing this well. Definitely, we have some alts that are already in alt season. I'm waiting for the lagging indicator of Ethereum BTC to start catching up, and then I think it is rocket ship to Pluto time. All right, everybody, this is Bitcoin Daily View. You can always go to bitcoindailyview.com, join the Telegram group. There's cool stuff here. All things I use and endorse, indicators that I use here in the video. Everybody enjoy. Almost happy new year. Take care.